just picking up and jump in when you feel the urge, you talked about that bell curve. What does that middle of the bell curve need?
The murky middle. They need the structures that have been provided for them. They need to understand what they are and how to access those services. They need the support of the community around them, not just the veneration of the community. They need real support. They need to feel like they're a part of something. I think this idea, this truism, I think that they need a mission to help them figure out where they're going with their life. This new return life is important.
I guess you could say everybody needs that
Sure.
to some degree, but maybe those who've been in the service they've got a taste of that, of knowing your
Right.
mission.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it's hard to go back to not having it.
But you can find another. You can find another mission. In 1945, General Wainwright wrote a letter to all service members discharging, and I don't remember all the words of the letter, but it's a famous letter now, and he essentially said, hey, veterans, you've seen what it's like when you're not responsible for your own society. You've been over there and you've seen what happens to these societies. Fix it. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. It was not, hey, veterans, you're all broken, you're disabled in some way. It was, veterans, you are the leaders of this society. Get in there and get to work.
Well, and as you said, in our current generation, it's oftentimes the cream of the crop that volunteers.
They
too.
are the cream crop, and then they come out of service, and somehow they get wrapped. Not all. We get wrapped in this disability idea, and they get lost in it.
And I only say this generation because the previous generations didn't have a choice whether or not they went to war. What is education? Is education play a role in this conversation we're having tonight?
Sure.
Yes.
I think it's a very important role. You know, speaking for myself, getting out, just having the background of the military police, the recruiting school, when I was Air Force, the Air Force piece of it. First, being scared to go to school, which I run into a lot with my veterans, myself included. You realize once you get out the importance of the education, and then you try and figure out, how do I do this? And that's where the VA and their Volk Rehab really plays a big part in paying for school.
Where does the GI Bill come in? Is it still relevant? Is it up to date?
I think it is still relevant, and I know we have encouraged our clients to use the GI Bill, because if you were infantry or you were, doing something that you didn't want or could not transfer into the work world civilian, then go back to school, use the GI Bill. We ask when they come, have you used your GI Bill? No, I haven't done that yet. Okay, well.
There's still a time limit on
There's still a time, right?
There is. So previous to 2009, only about 50% of veterans were using their GI Bill benefits. Since the new post 9/11 GI Bill has come into existence, and there's been a long, hard push about this, about 70% are now using their GI Bill benefits. But if a veteran doesn't use their benefits within 2 years, the chances of them using it in the remainder goes down dramatically. You got to do it fairly quick.
Well, it's awareness.
It's
Making
awareness.
the veteran aware you have this benefit. A lot of them forget that they paid into it. They forget they're able to use it, and it goes away.
The other thing is, I think you hit on top of it, people, they're scared. Right? Even if you're the sharpest high school student and you joined the service, volunteered, joined the service, and you got out after 4 years, you haven't done a math class in 4 years. And you're scared. It's true. Right?
Or you
And
haven't figured out what
college
you
level
wanna
math
do.
is,
Yeah.
and you come to the university, a research university, they're not messing around. And no one wants to be embarrassed. So you got to work with veterans, and we run a transition course for veterans to help them do that. But we've found at UMSL that if you can get a veteran to their 3rd semester, they're going to graduate. But it's those first 2 semesters, there's a transition, there's math and English, and there's people on campus who may or may not agree with what they think or what they've done, and it's a tough couple of semesters. But if you can get into that 3rd, they're reintegrated with society, they're integrated with the campus, and
Found the new structure.
They found the structure. They probably
Or created the structure that someone wasn't creating for them.
Right.
Perhaps.
They probably found a faculty member, a staff member to help them that they've made a connection to, and they're moving on.
I know
It's very
UMSL has kind of paved the way. When I was at Maryville putting together a VA group, other veterans, we went to UMSL and they have,
Cut you off there, but only to hold you up for 1 second.
All right.
We're going to continue, have more questions online. Stay tuned, .9net.org. But for On Air, we're out of time. Thanks, and until next week, stay tuned.
Wow, that was.
Well,